Hello world, this is Kanan, November 9, Foxtrot Zulu, and I wanted to go over setting up your logging and cat control in Hunterlog. Uh, the, just kind of explain how I have mine set up. I use this program, Log4om, for logging. I don't use it for cat control. For cat control, I'll use FLRIG, and I'll go over setting up both of these. But first, in order to get it, or at least what I've found is for FLRIG, the best version to use for me is this version 2.0.01. The ones past that seem to crash a lot. I don't know why. It could be something it doesn't like with my computer, but this is the version I found that works great. Now, setting up FLRIG to do cat control is kind of not anything I can go over. I have an FTDX10 right now, and I can show you how it's set up here. You can just take a look at these settings, and this should get you most of what you need for Hunterlog. I have, of course, your COM ports are going to be completely different, but the rest should be okay. The for Hunterlog, what's important to note is the port that you need to work with FLRIG, and you might go to these settings and find this and say, oh, remote rig. This looks right. 4001, I'll use this. This is incorrect. You want the one under server. And it'll have XML RPC port. This is the one that Hunterlogs needs. And the default, pretty easy, 12345. And currently I'm connected to my rig. You can see I can I'm changing the VFO, and you can see it's updating here. I could also click here, and now my VFO is on 7053. And I will bring up Hunterlog that we had configured last time. This is just, I moved it from one computer to the other. I can do that with the install. And it's the same files. I can just open up this one. This computer is very slow. Here it goes, it's starting. And I've got a few hunts loaded in, few people out here. I want to go into configuration again. The default is usually set for your cat settings, and FLRIG. There's a few others, but we're just going over FLRIG. And since FLRIG is running on the same computer, I want this host number or host IP address 127.001.0.0.1. Port number is what we saw over here in the configuration 12345. Important to note these two strings. I had a 7300 before this, and it required, I think, it to be like that. I don't remember what actually, I haven't set this. It's probably not going to work. I think that FTDX10 wants this. I don't remember I think this wants data U. We'll come back to the logger here in a second. But with that, I saved and changed. I probably want to restart. I will bring up, we'll bring up something here. Hold on. Hopefully you can see my radio. And we'll just pick this first guy here. He is a CW station, so we're going to test a CW. And you can see here, we're now on that spot. I wonder if I can hear him. I don't hear him yet at all. Let's try another spot. Don't hear him either, but I see my mode is CWU here. So it went to the correct mode. If I change over to single sideband, it's then single sideband here, and the frequency set here. Let's see if we can't find anybody I can actually hear. Almost hear him, but we will now worry about logging. Let me turn off this video here because we don't, oh God, I've been zoomed in the whole time. Okay, for the logging portion, and the setup is really going to depend on everybody's logger. Here in Log4om, I'll show you how to do this. You go into settings, program configuration. When it pops up here, in the list here, you go down to software integrations and connections. There'll be a list here of connections for you want UDP inbound, and there's this plus button here, add item. You can name it whatever. We can do POTA test2, and I want an 8if message because that's what it'll send. You can kind of pick what it can do. I don't use any of these, I don't think. And then you give it a port. I think the port they recommend is like 2239 or 2240. It doesn't really matter. I'll hit save. And then I will hit save and apply. Oh, I gotta do this every time for some reason. And then we'll go back to Hunterlog. And then we'll set up the configuration here. I want to set this to UDP because the connection we just did was UDP. The host name is still on the same computer, 127.0.0.1, and what I did, 2240. I should be able to hit save. I will refresh here and see what it does. It might not log until I restart. I'm going to go and look and see. All right, my last hunt today was Brian here. And I will just go and pretend to hunt somebody. I usually will just say, okay, I'm not going to ever hear this person on 40 meters at a POTA park. Let's just see if it'll log it. I'll know which one to delete. I don't want to hit spot and log. I want to hit log. And let's see if it worked as expected. It did not. Let's restart and then try again. Actually, well, maybe it went. Ah, it did go. It did go. In newer versions, I have this set up to log a little bit quicker, so it did actually log it, and it actually sent to my logger.